Hey everyone, this is Cindy from Design 118. Today I'll be exploring Procreate, which is a raster graphics software for creating digital illustrations and animations. It has won the Apple Design Award twice for making innovative tools such as having an entire library of more than 200 handcrafted brushes. In fact, this is one of Procreate's proudest achievements. As I tried out myself, I discovered some main capabilities of its brushes. Procreate supports painting and smudging at the same time, allows users to adjust the brush size and opacity, provides many brush sets, and allows users to create their own brushes. However, something caught my attention as I tried to evaluate its so-called unique level of control and precision. For example, with this pre-made illustration, we recognize that there are different outlines and colors. There are two visible sliders on the left-hand side. The top one controls for size, while the bottom one controls for opacity. If I want to make the thin outline of the brain that is shown in dark pink, I can easily identify the color by pressing and holding the picker tool on the color itself. However, there's no similar tool for detecting brush type, size, or opacity. When I start outlining, I realized that the brush stroke I'm making doesn't actually match the thickness of the outline before. If I make adjustments using the slider bar, instead of having a precise input, all it's showing me is a percentage that increases or decreases, solely depending on my fingertip sensitivity. This can cause frustration since it's hard for me to adjust the increments until I find the correct percentage. To resolve this issue, Procreate offers me two pathways. First, I see that there is a small plus sign on the top right corner. It allows me to add a pin on the slider bar to store the stroke I was previously using. But soon I realized if I make a pin at 6% that matches the outline, and I make another one at 10% for the legs of the brain, these two pins will actually block my accessibility for all the other ranges in between them. Now if I want to create a stroke that is 8%, I can't do that until I delete the two pins I just created. In other words, the customized pins that are supposed to make ease ended up being an obstacle that restricts my flexibility. The second pathway is that Procreate allows me to create my own brushes. Instead of creating a pen at 6%, I can go to the brush library, find Studio Pen, slide to make a duplicate, find properties, adjust the maximum and minimum sizes to be 6%, test it out on the drawing pad, and click Done. Surprisingly, after all that tedious process for such a simple request, I still don't get what I want. If I try out the new brush, the stroke it produces is actually slightly thicker than the original one. Furthermore, to make the situation even harder, this brain character actually requires multiple layers used to separate different parts of the drawing. Unlike the example I'm showing where I use the same brush for all layers, if I want to create a drawing with different brushes for each layer, Procreate does not have any support for me to organize that when it can't even allow me to access the stroke size and opacity I want. The result is that all users like me need to constantly remember all the brushes, from type to size to opacity for every outline and layer we create. To summarize, Procreate lacks a detection tool for specific brushes. The slider bars rely on sensational adjustments that could yield inaccurate results without precise measurement inputs, and Procreate cannot assign brushes to different individual layers or objects. This leads me to my research question. How can Procreate and other applications in the domain better address issues regarding brush selection, control, and assignment to improve user experience that reduce tedious workflows and makes digital art creation more efficient? To come up with logical solutions, we break down the problems first. We need a neat organization of brushes, a precise input system, and flexibility to support smooth workflow without making duplicates. Thus, some logical solutions include developing a detection tool like the color picker that detects stroke type, size, and opacity for quicker recognition. Having a precise numerical measurement such as decimal inputs rather than percentage for better control of brush switching and storing. In addition, a layer option should be included to assign current brush settings to chosen layers that can automate brush switching. This will become massively helpful for animation where many layers can contain different brushes. Moreover, a historical memory set should be there to put everything into assigned folders in the library panel. Instead of having a recent folder, a brand new folder can assign used brushes for users to go back and select them on other layers without messing up other settings or adjusting each time. In the future, Procreate and other applications can improve on having better brush organization based on specific outlines that also support layer assignments, ensuring greater user control by providing tools for detection and precision that increases the flexibility of brush usage, supporting direct manipulation to have enhanced screen interaction responsiveness, advanced gesture recognition, and potential shortcuts to quickly navigate across the platform and make scaling changes. Finally, having smoother workflows by constantly evaluating user feedback for intuitive and efficient engagement and feature accessibility. Thank you for watching and listening.